Hey, so today for our art lesson, we are going to be doing some printmaking. Printmaking in art is basically about making a copy of something and transferring it to something else. So when we have coloring or painting or ink on one surface and we transfer it or press it onto another surface to make a second image, that's printmaking. We're going to use a couple household objects today for printmaking. So I'm going to show you what supplies you need and then we'll get started. Okay, so there's a couple things that we need. We need markers, the washable kind, non-permanent markers, so Sharpies won't work for this. We need aluminum foil, or if you don't have that, you could use plastic wrap or a plastic baggie. We also need a piece of white paper, and maybe you want to have a couple of these so that you can make more than one print. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is flatten out this piece of aluminum foil. It doesn't have to be perfectly flat, just do the best that you can. Then I'm going to take my marker, and I think I'm going to do kind of an abstract design just to show you how printmaking works. Abstract means it's not really a picture of anything, just colors and lines and shapes. You might notice as you're coloring that the marker doesn't completely stick to the aluminum foil or the plastic baggie if that's what you're working on, and that's okay. This will still work, so don't worry about that. So I'm going to continue coloring here. I'm just making concentric circles of colors, kind of like a sunburst. And I'm going to fill as much of the aluminum foil page as I can. I'm going to color in quite a bit of space here. Now that I'm done coloring, I'm going to take out my white piece of paper and I'm going to find a sponge or a cloth that's damp. We don't want it to be dripping wet, just damp. And I'm going to rub some moisture onto the paper. All right, now I'm going to put my aluminum foil back down in front of me and take the wet side of the paper and very carefully lay it down on top of the aluminum foil and rub. Once the paper has touched the foil, you can't move it, otherwise your design will get smudged. After you've made sure to rub it really well, very carefully peel the white paper off and you have a print of what you drew on your aluminum foil. Nice! I'm going to show you a couple more cool things you can do with printing. So the first print that I made was abstract, which means it wasn't really a picture, it was just colors and lines and shapes. This time, I'm going to color a picture on the aluminum foil. I'm going to make a little ocean scene with a palm tree. I'm going to color that in. Again, remember, it's okay if the marker doesn't quite stick to the aluminum foil. I'm going to design. And when I'm done designing, I'm going to wet another piece of paper, make sure your rag or sponge is clean, and then I'm going to press the wet piece of paper down onto my aluminum foil and see what the design looks like. So one other thing you might try if you have a Sharpie marker at home is using permanent marker to create a design first on your white piece of paper. The reason you want to use a permanent marker is because when you press your print on top, it won't affect the design that you've drawn. Let's see how it works. right, guys, great job with your prints. What I'd like you to do is take a photo of your favorite print or one photo of a bunch of prints in one picture together and upload them onto Canvas so I can see how you did. All right, see you guys.